Welcome to the Mesquite ISD Substitute Online Orientation for the 2013-2014 school year. In Mesquite ISD's quest for excellence, there is a vision for the success of all students. The mission of Mesquite ISD is to educate all students and empower them to expand their opportunities. Some of you may be substitute teachers, others may be substitute teacher aides, or substitute secretarial, clerical. You are all a vital part of ensuring that all MISD students are successful. Research shows that during a student's time in grades K through 12, they will spend an entire year of time under the supervision of substitute teachers. You are a valued member of the Mesquite ISD team. You are expected to read the MISD Substitute Handbook and be sure that you fully understand the information contained in it. If you have questions, you should call or email the substitute manager. A digital copy is available in this orientation for your review. Be sure that you keep your login information for the online orientation. This class will be open all year for you to review the information and will be used to post any new information as necessary. All assignments are handled through the ASOP online system. It is important that you keep your email address up to date in this system. If you have any problems concerning assignments, you should contact the substitute manager's office. Hours are 6:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. Substitute assignments may change once you have arrived at school. There are many reasons for a change in assignment. The principal or assistant principal in charge of substitutes have full discretion on assignment changes. If you are uncomfortable with the change, you can professionally let them know you would prefer not to take the assignment offered. But please be advised that you will more than likely be sent home for the day without pay. We encourage you to remain positive and flexible. Please note the times that you are expected to report at and remain until for the various campuses. Elementary is 7:30 until 3:30, and all secondary campuses are 8 until 4. When you arrive at the campus, the first thing you should do is sign in at the office. Please do not sign out at the same time. You should return at the end of the day to sign out and check with the office to be sure they do not need any additional information from you. You are required to have your ID badge. If you lose your badge, be sure to have your driver's license with you, and the secretary can make you a temporary visitor ID badge for the day. You can come by and pick up a reprint at any time. Locate the teacher's lesson plan and seating chart as quickly as possible. If no seating chart is available, you can quickly create one and ask one of the students to fill it in for you, or you can do it as you take roll. You should also review the class schedule and do your best to follow it as precisely as possible. Being early or late to lunch by even 2 minutes can have a domino effect on the entire school's lunch schedule. Acquaint yourself with fire and emergency drill procedures posted in the room. These are usually in a red folder on the wall next to the classroom door. It is very important that you follow the correct route for exiting the building in the event that there is a fire drill or actual fire. Code red instructions are covered in a separate presentation. Be sure to write a running note for the teacher to review upon his or her return to the classroom. You should include any absences or tardy students. For a tardy student, you need to be sure and note the time the student arrived in the classroom and attach their note from the office. The note should include what work you completed and any exceptions that occurred and why. For example, an unscheduled assembly. Any unusual events should be explained in detail as well. Whenever we experience a change, especially in our routine, we experience some form of stress. As a substitute, you are change. For children, especially younger ones, they may manifest their stress in a number of responses to you. Their anxiety and fear can translate into misbehavior. There are several ways that you can help students cope with the change. You can introduce yourself, be enthusiastic, smile, follow the schedule as closely as possible, call students by name whenever possible, carry a sheet of blank labels with you and ask the students to write their name and put it on. Use positive remarks such as, "We're going to have a great day," or "I bet we can make that happen." Let the students know your expectations. Maybe it's important to you that they raise their hand before they speak, and only after you are finished talking and have asked for questions. Help the students that need extra guidance. Not understanding the teacher's directions is a major cause of classroom management issues and student behavior problems. Therefore, after you give a set of directions, you need to be sure to check for understanding. The best way to do this is to ask a student to repeat back in their own words what the instructions are. At the end of the day and/or period, the students should help put the room back in order. You should grade papers that were assigned for the day unless otherwise noted. Please leave the teacher's desk neat. Please do not eat or drink at the teacher's desk. Be sure your note to the teacher is visible and easily seen. You must check with the office and sign out before leaving for the day. You are expected to stay for the entire workday. The following is a list of success strategies that will benefit you if you put them into practice. Be on time, not just to start your day, but in following your class schedule for the day as well. It is best to locate the office, adult restrooms, and cafeteria in relation to your classroom. It is suggested that you use the restroom before your day begins. It may be lunchtime before you get another break. You cannot leave students unattended at any time. Once you are in your class, locate the phone, list of pertinent numbers, and the emergency information. For example, code red and fire drill instructions. Review the teacher's notes and lesson plans. If you do not see any lesson plans, check with a neighboring teacher and/or call the office. Look for the class rules and, if necessary, write your expectations on the board or overhead. Keep them short and positive. Substitutes need to be flexible, enthusiastic, and have a sense of humor. The most important advice can be summed up with be prompt, patient, and professional. Additional success strategies are in your substitute handbook. The regular classroom teacher is legally and morally responsible for the welfare of all the children and is charged with the maintenance of school property. No less is expected from the substitute teacher. A great deal of the materials in the classroom are the personal property of the teacher and should be treated with equal care. Treat each classroom as carefully as you treat someone's home when you visit. Early release is for students, not staff. These days are set aside for professional development. You may be required to stay and complete various duties assigned by the principal. If the day is listed on ASOP as a full day, you are paid for the full day. If ASOP lists the absence as half day, then the teacher will return and release you at the half-day mark, 11:30 for elementary and noon for secondary. Policy states that you must check out with the office before you leave campus. Some of you may want to accept positions that are for multiple days, even several weeks. You are expected to check with the principal about attendance at scheduled staff meetings, conferences, etc. Additionally, you are expected to hold in professional confidence any information regarding students, parents, and staff. Please note this is true for all substitutes and all information you hear or see during the course of your day. You will need to speak directly with the principal about any necessary computer access that will be required during your long-term assignment. Pay rate will increase $5 after the 10th consecutive day. For example, if your pay rate is $67 per day, your pay for the day will be $72. When that assignment is over, your pay will return to your normal rate. Please note this extra $5 per day will show up in a separate line item on your paycheck. The following are actions that could lead you to being removed from the substitute list. Habitually reporting late to assignments. Please note that you are expected to report on time and stay until the end of the workday. Students should never be left unattended in the classroom or anywhere when they are under your responsibility. This includes the playground. Please note that under no circumstance should a substitute engage in an argument or physical confrontation with a student. You should never touch or physically handle a child. This does include touching on the shoulder, hugs, etc. You can offer up a hand for a high five. Never photograph a child with a camera or phone. Do not post any information about your class or your experiences in the classroom on any social network, for example, Facebook. Please do not bring personal laptops or any non-telephone electronic device to any campus. Cell phones are to be turned off during the school day. Do not use the teacher's computer for any reason other than direct lesson plan instructions to do so. Substitutes must be up and walking around the room monitoring students during the entire class period. Maintaining discipline is centered around the use of proximity. Proximity is one of the best ways to ensure good classroom behavior. If you need to cancel a job, it is preferred that you cancel the evening before. Should an emergency arise and you need to cancel on the morning of a job, the first thing you need to do is see if you can cancel the job in ASOP. If it is too late, then you will need to call the substitute manager's office to ask them to cancel the job. It is also your responsibility to contact the school and let them know as soon as possible as well. Substitutes must not leave the campus during the school day. You may bring your lunch. There is a refrigerator and microwave available in the teachers' lounges. You are always welcome to purchase a lunch in the school cafeteria. Please note they do only accept cash. And remember that you are expected to hold in professional confidence any information regarding students, parents, and staff. The Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act of 1974 is in place to protect our students. Substitutes are expected to conduct themselves in a professional manner at all times. You should treat everyone, administrators, coworkers, and students respectfully. Immediately report any serious accident or injury, whether it is a student or yourself, to the nurse and principal or assistant principal. Leave information in your note to the teacher about any students that go to the clinic and the reasons they are sent. Substitutes are expected to be dressed and ready to go when taking last-minute assignments. Also, please refrain from taking assignments after the start time. Your decision to work for the day should be made early enough to be at assignments on time. Reasons for removal from the substitute list are not limited to the incidents covered here. Any other action or cause which may place into question the education, health, and/or safety of the students or staff of Mesquite ISD can also lead to a substitute's removal from the list. We hope that each day as a sub is a great day. Remember, the students are what it's all about.